Okay, guys, welcome to a brand new episode of WrestleSlam, the podcast brought to you by the Macau Casino, Cork City. It's like a brand new year for us here at WrestleSlam because we could have operated the same calendar year as WrestleMania, and we're going to dedicate the show all WrestleMania. It's going to be WrestleMania 40 talk from start to finish, and we're going to talk about night one and especially night two, guys, which was definitely the better night in my opinion. But we are joined by the one and only Phil Connolly. We're joined by the one and only Matt Murphy. And we are joined by the one and only Tommy J. And it's like a fresh year. It's a brand new start. We'd like to thank everyone, first of all, that has watched all our shows from day one. We are closing in on the 4th anniversary, guys. This June, you know, it's fast approaching. We'll have the launch of our brand new website, and we're going to have lots of goodies and lots of stuff to give away. And look, we're going to charge on and be a force to reckon with, as always, moving forward. So, yet again, we'd like to thank every single one that has tuned our way the last 4 years. We do appreciate it. It's, you know, surpassed millions of views. And yet again, we'd like to thank you all for your love and support, as always. So, we are going to start, obviously, guys, WrestleMania 40. It was Saturday night and Sunday night. We watched the Saturday night one. I didn't stay up for Sunday night. I think Matt did. I don't know if Tommy or Phil stay up. Well, I think Phil went to bed because we were wrecked and we're getting old as fuck. You know, when you hit, you know, the 30+ mark, it's you know, if you stay up for 2 nights in a row, you're very fragile. You know, you might end up in CUH hospital at some stage, you know, from lack of sleep. But anyway, guys,
old. Just clarify.
As long as I could anyway.
I've got to hit my elbow.
Yes, but anyway, it's a big show, guys. It's a big show, and we're going to talk about WrestleMania. So I'm going to go to Phil Connolly first. Phil, night one and night two. Okay, I'm going to start with night two. I'm going to start with the most recent, I suppose, recent news. Cody Rhodes is the new WWE champion. He's pretty much finished that story that, you know, we've all talked about for many years. And I actually re-uploaded the old interview we done with Cody on the WrestleSlam YouTube channel, guys. It's up there now. It's actually doing great views as we speak, just because Cody's trending. But what's your thoughts on Cody winning the match? Talk about the match itself, Phil. What do you think of the match? Was it the perfect ending? Was the storyline good? And I want to get your whole take on this. We'll get to Matt Murphy then, and then we're going to get to Tommy.
Yeah, this thing, right? This whole match was almost perfect. There's 2 or 3 things that bugged me, because you know the way they won, like the first night they were like bloodline rules, but then when the match started, Roman came up by himself without him. Did you notice that? Like, yeah, they came out without bloodline members. It's almost like, what was the point? Because like, I know they came down halfway through the match and all the shenanigans and all that stuff, but I would prefer if they were all out there at the start of the match to showcase that the odds are really stacked again. It was just little nitpicks, but overall the match was incredible. I'm trying to figure out how long the actual match was, because it definitely felt like it was an hour.
Yeah, I'll take a look at Wikipedia. No, I'm not going to lie. I'm a hardcore wrestling fan. I watched night one, obviously, with yourself and Matt. Tommy was too busy in hotel rooms. Okay. But night two, obviously, I got the highlights this morning. The minute I woke up, I got out the phone. I woke up quite late, but got out the phone and I could see stuff happening.
Oh, it's incredible. Like, the thing that really struck me was the Shield music.
Yeah, to me that was a bit cheesy. I didn't like that. I didn't like that because
you can't promote Dean Ambrose when you know he's not with your company.
Yeah, about that, I honestly thought Dean Ambrose, Shawn Moxley was going to show up, lads. I can't be the only one. I thought when Roman Reigns knocked out Seth, he was going to pop up behind him, but no.
There's no point in it. He was trying to do a psychological game against Roman Reigns, but he was already unconscious, you know? So
you reckon that was because they couldn't get Austin and they needed another person to fill a gap?
No, I think Austin would have been there, would he? Like, you know, they would have got on to him, I'd say, about a week ago, you know. I don't know. Like, that whole 316 post was like, that was a massive clue. There was the time Cody got the beatdown and Austin was in the back. So I reckon they approached him maybe a week ago, and I'd say something might have happened. Maybe he had a commitment elsewhere with his TV show and stuff. But when you look at John Cena and The Undertaker being there, I'm kind of saying to myself, maybe Austin should have been there, but I don't know. Do you know what I found extremely funny? I found, when John Cena came to the ring and like they had like, Cena with that. It was just the way the Rock fucking rock bottomed him straight away and fucking put him out. Like it was like, I'm the mega box office superstar motherfucker and you're John Cena. And I thought the way he just gave him the rock bottom was sick. And I'm gonna dedicate a couple of minutes to the Rock towards the end of this show because I just want to say, first of all, it's one of the best things I've seen in wrestling in a long fucking
Oh yeah.
time. And the way the Rock Johnson, guys, I'm going to say it, what he's done in the last couple of weeks has been incredible. Incredible. I absolutely adore it. So, yeah. Matt Murphy, you watched night one. Obviously, you fell asleep, which was a shock. We're still shocked you actually fell asleep, but look, you had a 7 a.m. start. And, guys, if you are fans of theatre and movies and plays, Matt Murphy will be part of an upcoming show called The Echo Boys. It's coming to Cork very soon. He's currently in, I suppose, production, getting ready for what's going to happen and learning the ropes. We'll have all the details incoming very soon, guys. But Matt, what was your thoughts on Cody becoming champion? And look, I suppose the madness in between that match and beyond.
Yeah, in case Triple H is watching this, I thought night one was amazing. I kept up as much as I can. All right, Paul Levesque. Just want to clarify that. But yeah, I kind of knew off the bat that the second night was going to be really probably the best one because always they leave the last one at the best one. But night was actually really good. I enjoyed it. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch was actually a really good match. It was a good start. I thought it was going to be weird that they're not going to start off with the ladder match, but because I honestly thought Becky Lynch was going to win this one. I thought they were going to do like a Judgment Day's crumpling, but no. Rhea Ripley won. The ladder match was also good. I think we said this. I didn't like how Austin and Grayson Waller won. It was like kind of like no build up. Austin Troop won as well. We kind of was predicting it, to be honest, because they were just getting over. Jimmy versus Jay. Gonna be honest, it's probably the weakest match of night one. If I'm gonna be honest, lads, it wasn't really much excitement. What else am I missing out now? Yeah, the thing I think I'm missing on one match, but I'm getting old, lads. As the tag team match with The Rock versus Seth Rollins versus Rock versus Roman Reigns. We knew Bloodline was gonna win, but it's like what Phil said on the second night when there was like not much sign of Bloodline. It was like, what was the point of it? I have to say maybe it's just because they want to create more hype against Cody Rhodes. I think that was the only reason why. But night two was actually amazing, so I thought. But yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this now, but WWE, congratulations, you outdid yourself. Definitely, like.
Yeah, no, they've changed the game. I think this whole new kind of vibe as well, but they're cursing.
There's one thing as well I had a thought about after the show was over. Remember Triple H when he first took over, which was what, 18 months ago?
Yeah.
I think it was SummerSlam. He said he wanted to finish all Vince McMahon's storylines. I think last night was the last inkling of Vince McMahon you'll ever see in that company.
No, you're right.
I think tonight's Raw is going to be Triple H 1000% moving forward.
Yeah. And he is bringing in the new stars. Look at Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. He's kind of Damian Priest. It's like the NXT guys coming through. I was quite sad in a sense, guys. I was watching Randy Orton next to Cody when they all lifted him up, and Cody was obviously on Randy's savvy shoulders, but I just have this feeling like that Randy's coming towards the end of his career, big time. But it was just how happy Randy was to see Cody up in the shoulder.
A great place in his life, I think.
Yeah.
But he is. That's the thing. Like he's a great.
He's getting the belt anytime soon, anyway. The WWE Championship or World Championship. But who knows?
I think this won't happen. But do you think he's gonna pull like a Mark Henry? He's gonna come out and announce it, but he calls out Cody Rhodes saying, "I seen this man solve his career." They hug, but all KO out of nowhere, and that's gonna lead to Cody versus Randy at SummerSlam probably.
I'd pay to see it. I would. I think that would be great. I think obviously Randy's still good to go. Yeah, I think that could be something that could be really good. I think Randy could have one big last run. Could he be a champion? I don't see why not. But yeah, no, I like Randy, guys. I do. And I look forward to the day I get to meet him in person. But it's just Yeah, no, I like him. It was just when I watched that moment there, he's up in the shoulders and stuff, and it was like, how happy he was, and it's just mad, you know what I mean? Because Randy's been there so long. Like, I remember being a young teenager watching Randy wrestle. You know what I mean? It's like when you grow up at the wrestlers, like it's crazy, and there's this cliche saying, lads, it's the older you get, the faster time goes. So like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? It's weird, but yeah, no, it
There's,
was.
yeah, there's a strong saying that I think my father said was like the days are dragging, but the years are speeding. And that's kind of something that was like, oh God. And we're seeing that with the wrestlers now. Because one thing I will say that was kind of a small little highlight on night two at the ending. Michael Cole has this ability to tell a story with only very few sentences. And that's when he said professional wrestling is back in WWE. I was like, oh yes, come on now.
You
Get
saw
up.
how emotional he got at the end with Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
How nice was that?
There's a couple of nice things that I spotted as well, that I kind of wanted to bring up. Did you watch the press conference
Yeah,
on night
yeah,
two?
yeah. There's one thing that's annoying me that I wasn't there. I want to see the girl that booed first of all.
Oh yeah, that was night one. Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, that press looked mad. But go on, Phil, what were you saying,
So
my man?
basically, there's a really cool story where Dusty Rhodes had no money years ago, and he had to pawn off a watch, um, to get money to get Cody Rhodes into was it acting school or something?
Which would
But
have been which would have been a lot of
Triple
money.
H
Yeah.
basically found the watch and gave it back to him.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's on the press conference.
Did he actually give it to him on the press conference?
I think so. I think he did. Yeah.
What do you guys think of the entrances in
Too long.
the?
That was my only concern. Red entrances were too long.
I don't know. I liked Seth Rollins one. I liked Roman Reigns one. I liked don't know what Rhea Ripley's. I actually quite liked it. We need more bands and music playing
Oh yeah, what tower? Yeah.
uh, for
Yeah.
WrestleMania events, and
Especially Tommy, especially for the price of the tickets.
yeah, well, you need like needs to be something different. Like needs to stand out. Like remember Motorhead played Triple H's team in
Right. Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Outstanding. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, yeah.
We need more
Yeah.
of that.
I
Do you know
remember.
what? Do you know what thing that's annoying me? Actually, I'm glad you said that because we're going to mention a few things before I forget. Did you see the seats behind the entrance?
Yeah.
Someone put up a picture, right, of the
Yeah.
seats behind the entrance, right?
$600, by the way, for these seats.
But you cannot see the entrance. You're at the back of the entrance, right?
Yeah.
And I think the people in the first, second, third, fourth row could just about see the ring. So if they're fucked
Oh, I
up
see that.
clubs,
Yeah,
you can actually not see them. Why would you have seats like that?
Yeah.
I
just
don't
to
get
fill
it.
them in. I think it's just to fill them in to get money, and they're probably cheap seats anyway.
Yeah.
And they probably have screens to look at. There's a market for them, I think.
Oh, fuck, I don't know, man. I don't know. It was
What
crazy.
an arena though? How big is that? Are there all these? Maybe I'm wrong now, but like I know they're filling out stadiums every year for WrestleMania, but is that one of the biggest NFL stadiums in America?
Not necessarily. No.
No. All
The
right.
Texas one is the biggest one.
Yeah, I love like when they're opening up. What's the announcer's name again?
Samantha
Rick Richmond's wife.
Samantha Irvine, is it?
Yes, Samantha Irvine. Like she's brilliant, by the way. Like the way she presents herself.
Oh,
like,
she got
the
very
wind-
emotional when Cody
yeah,
Rhodes.
when you opening up the event, you see wind blowing into her hair, and it's just
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Samantha actually, they actually put the camera on her just before a match is going to end, or obviously it's on her all along.
Yeah.
But you see the way she actually does get emotional, lads. You know the way she's
brilliant.
even the way she says it, like she's got so much power in that voice. You know what I mean? It's mad. But
Yeah, even when she announced Cody Rhodes won the match, just the emotion in her voice was just something else. So she's actually unreal about that.
yeah, she is. Tommy, what do you think of the Cody match? Are you happy he's champion? Because I know Phil was kind of.
Well,
I
Phil
was
kinda
on the
wanted
fence
Roman.
until I saw it. I thought it was epically
I
done.
know Cody crybabies, but I had to wear it.
Yeah,
No, I joke. Roman Reigns is one of my favorite characters. But like I'm glad the reign ended, and I'm glad for Cody. And I think though it was just so. It was actually I actually overall I enjoyed the match for what it was. I know there was too many surprise entrances, but
Oh, no. That was brilliant. I
what
love
about
that.
what about Jay pushing off
Almost missed the table.
Jimmy
by
off
the way.
the
He
ramp?
almost missed the table.
Yeah.
It was brilliant. It was just, I don't know, and the way they ended, it kind of gave enough time at the end of the match for a proper conclusion without too much,
But
much
did you
interference.
pay attention to the very end of the whole thing?
Yeah,
Did you
Yeah.
see that they basically handed Triple H everything? Like, here you go, you're the man now. Like, it was
Yeah.
more, this is Triple H's time rather than Cody Rhodes, which a lot of people won't read into it, but I definitely did.
Yeah.
well,
I
Cody
mean,
Rhodes is has a good relationship with Triple H, though.
Yeah.
And like, I think he believed in. Who else did he bring out? Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, that was a weird one. That was a weird choice.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
he's got a lot of baggage at the moment.
I don't know. Was he really connected to the Vince McMahon scandal? Though, is it? Is he?
Well, he kind of, his name was mentioned, but like, there's nothing concrete.
Yeah.
It was weird.
He's a very political person, I'd say, behind the scenes. But like,
Yeah, it was weird seeing Bruce Pritchard because we only know his name. We always just knew him as like the behind the scenes guy behind the curtain. So seeing him in the ring was a bit of a weird one. But
Yeah.
I picked up on so many little details about the match. Like I remember when all the bloodline was taken out and it was just Roman Reigns and Cody, and you can see Roman Reigns like looking around. No one is there to help him. So it was like at that moment, it's like, well, I'm fucked, but I'm gonna try and do what I can. So there's that moment because this is what you're on about. If I have to compare this match to another match, had to be when Mankind won the WWE World Championship on Raw.
Yeah.
When WCW spoiled its thing. So Mankind apparently is going to win the WWE title. That's fun. Everyone tuned in to watch this. We all knew Cody Rhodes was going to win this one. Sorry, Tommy. But we
I know
all...
I did too. I know I was just only joking. But I was actually happy. I just like Roman Reigns as a character.
I love how it was like the Avengers when they all came out to help him. They've all been bloodline victims, I suppose.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
been a while. It's been a while since we actually seen something like that.
Yeah. Superheroes now are
There's a
like,
couple of things
and
that I
wrestlers
wanted.
are very
There's
similar.
a couple of things I wanted to bring up because I would have forgotten because they're in my head now.
Yeah.
Apparently, Stephanie McMahon has returned to WWE.
Which is great news.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Triple H
you've hardly
confirmed.
mentioned the scandals, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's back, but also as well, Triple H confirmed that Brock Lesnar will be back in WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to mention something there about Stephanie, okay? And this is not me going off topic again. You mentioned Stephanie, right? The rumor is that she left all along because she was not in support of her dad.
Yeah, I say her and Shane knew.
And they don't. And from what I hear, Shane and Stephanie do not have a relationship with Vince.
No, I say McMahon has very little relationships with anyone.
And Linda was at WrestleMania 40.
In the Hall of Fame, yeah, I saw her, yeah.
But she was actually up in one of the suites as well because someone took a picture.
A big FU because Vince wasn't there at all.
Yeah.
And apparently today TKO bought a load of stock off Vince. So
yeah, 300 million worth of stock.
Yeah.
Do you think Shane will come back to WWE in some kind of executive role?
It's hard to know.
Or
what I'm reading today, WWE's not going to be nothing like you've ever seen before.
Yeah, I heard that too.
It's going to be
apparently
amazing.
They're open to having cross matches at WrestleMania. So basically, Will Ospreay versus Cody at a WrestleMania. They're open to the idea of crossover matches.
Yeah, I think even Triple H, I think he's aware that WWE is no longer this company to be like, oh no, we're the only wrestling company in the world. They know how much there's other wrestling companies out there. Like, so it'd be class if they do a cross.
But that's the fuck with Tony Khan as well. Like,
don't get me started on that because that whole thing.
But look, if Triple H says that, right, we're open to crossovers, right, which is something like it's the forbidden world, right, and you have say Ospreay. Like, you're not going to have, you know what I mean, fucking every match is going to be a crossover. But if you had one crossover,
one crossover every year, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like Ospreay is the star in All Elite, say, or if it's fucking, do you know what I mean? If it's
MJF or someone, whoever it is, the biggest fella. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, we're all winning.
Yeah,
everybody's a winner, like, you know what I mean? I know it's going to be on WWE's platform, so does that mean?
You know what? The biggest thing it opens up to, the Royal Rumble becomes the most unpredictable they've ever had it.
Yeah, that's the way it has to be.
Yeah,
And
That's the way.
It needs to be unpredictable as much as possible. I
Yeah.
know everyone predicted Cody Rhodes was going to win, but the outcome was very unpredictable with John Cena, for example, The Undertaker. That's why they threw all these other wrestlers into it, is because they wanted to make it unpredictable.
they also wanted to also celebrate 40 years.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Yeah, because when everyone says about the crossover, everyone also says like, "Oh, this is going to make the WCW invasion angle how bad it is." No, I think they learned from that mistake. It's going to be like kind of like a rare sighting to see these days if they play it right. Like,
Yeah. No, it's sorry, Tommy, go on.
I know. I was actually going to suggest now that it is TKO. Would they be open to having more? Like they seem to be celebrating more wrestlers outside of the company, and like they're promoting the US title, which is history in WCW, for example.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll be open to doing an NWO 2.0 faction with new wrestlers?
Just have to be the right fellas though. Like,
Exactly. If you had John Cena or you had Randy Orton in the mix, or
yeah, it's a tough one.
I don't know what I'd like to see it, to be honest.
if they
Like,
did it right,
I'm all for it if it works, but like if it doesn't work,
they had the
It can't.
LWO back. But that wasn't even under Vince McMahon, was it? The Latin American.
no, that's all
Oh,
true.
yeah.
So they're open. They seem to be all open to bringing back old IPs of other companies that they own.
Yeah, but imagine
That's a
you
very
just,
good thing, though.
well, no, I'd say it's a great thing, but I think it'd only be cool if you had like who like, you know what I mean? If you look at the NWO, you look at like Scott Steiner and all these guys, like if you have Braun Breaker, like that's like a bloodline thing, like you know what I mean? And you have like
Roman Reigns
uh,
needs to be the leader of the NWO for it to work.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it'd be nice. I do like the idea, but I don't know. I think it's such a big thing, the NWO. Maybe it's best retired at WrestleMania when it was, against Triple H and Sting, But no, it's
Breaker, what's his status now? Like he's still
Tag team champion with Corbin.
Still, yeah.
which is decent. Yeah, which is decent.
yeah.
He's staying in NXT quite a bit, so.
Yeah, we all know that Cody's like the champion at the moment. But we got the other world title change is Drew McIntyre. No, wait, Damian Priest.
That was good.
What happened?
The best part of that was when he texts out, "I'm bored at work."
It worked well with Drew's character. He's just desperate for the belt and he loses again.
Yeah. Here's a funny thing that happened light side. Phil knows this story, but because of my rehearsal schedule and everything, I got back at like 9. I thought, all right, I'll go to bed, wake up and watch the WrestleMania. I overslept, so I missed an hour. I was like, oh, I just missed Seth and Drew. So I went back to watch the ending. It was like, oh, class, Drew won. Went back to live, and then went on Instagram, and I saw Damian Priest winning. And be like, wait, what? When did this happen? When did that happen? So, love for my mistake, lads. Don't oversleep. But that's just me, and move on.
Yeah, no, it's like obviously Drew had his moment for a couple of seconds. Obviously, that little segment with Punk was fucking class. Then Damian Priest's music pops, the crowd erupt. Priest obviously gets the win with that that maneuver and finisher, and yet again the crowd reacted the way they did. And there was actually videos of Damian Priest at an after party last night. I think they went to some bar, and you can
He's
see
known
about
for his
partying.
hot tubs and his women.
Yeah, but I'm delighted. Look, guys, I'm actually delighted. Look, I know I'm a big Drew McIntyre fan, but I think there's going to be a bit of a rivalry between Damien and Drew, the two big guys.
Especially when it goes on, especially when it comes to Clash of the Castle at Glasgow. Maybe they're going to do something with Drew at that point.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Do you think Drew is going to become babyface?
It could happen because I've heard in the last week that Seth Rollins is out of contract very soon.
Yeah, he's gonna sign a new contract up, but he's not going to be on screens for a while.
Him and Becky are both up.
Yeah,
but
they
he's
need
injured. Didn't he say he want to take time off to recover from an injury as well?
Probably, and plus they have their young daughter. They probably want to spend time with.
Yeah.
But they're doing a fantastic job as it speaks. But I think Seth needs a good break. He needs to take 6-8 months out. Like that.
He needs a character change, and so does Becky.
Yeah.
But yeah, time will tell what will happen there with the contracts. But I do reckon, guys, they will sign new contracts. I think they're going to take a couple of months out, and they'll both come back and get a good payday. But
Can I just say,
Did you watch the AJ Styles and LA Knight match? No.
I thought it was fine.
I thought it was a bit of a lost card match, but like it was actually not a bad match. It was,
There's nothing to it. That's what really kind of like. There's no stakes.
One match I thought it got good recognition. I was really happy was Bailey versus Io Sky.
That was insane. That flip thing that she did was incredible.
Yeah, I was so happy it got the second last match tonight too, because I said this before, I was like, I'm kind of worried this is going to be under the bridge, with Bailey win the Royal Rumble, but no, they actually got good recognition.
The only thing I didn't like was that pyramid stuff because that made no sense to me.
Yeah, I think I sent you a chat on that, be like the men carrying Bailey. I'm like, which one of these are going to be the future World Heavyweight Champion down the line?
Yeah.
But that match is probably a sleeper match for one of the best matches of the whole weekend.
Brilliant. Yeah, so I'm going to get to the questions quickly, some quick fire questions, okay? We'll try and answer these nice and fast. Tommy, what was your favorite match on night one and night two? So overall, what was your favorite match?
It's either the Cody versus Reigns match or the Rock Reigns versus Cody and Seth. I know the first match wasn't as epic, the one on night one, but I think it was just a lot of fun. The Rock screaming at the referee, going, "If you count us out, you're fired. Count us out, you're fired." So proper heel Rock, and it was. Was my coverage okay, by the way?
Perfect. Perfect. Yeah.
I was just breaking down earlier, but it was just a lot of fun, and I don't know. I just thought it was kind of like the WrestleMania one with Mr. T and Hulk Hogan, like it was a spectacle of a tag team match.
Yeah, I love it.
That makes sense.
No, that does. Phil, what was your favorite match?
I agree with Tommy. The tag match on night one was probably the best. 45 minutes, like 10 minutes, not even.
Didn't have the most action, but that's because they were trying to protect themselves for the next match.
No, but even just expectations and everything, I wasn't sure how The Rock was going to be, and he was just phenomenal. I think he was way better than any of his matches that he had with Cena.
Yeah.
He was definitely.
But he looked $1 million, and he didn't look gassed, and he didn't look stressed, and he looked fine. He looked really, really good.
Fresh baby face. Matt Murphy, what was your thoughts? What was your favorite match?
All right, my favorite match had to be the Roman Reigns versus Seth and Cody, but Tommy and Phil already gave their side, so I thought I would agree with them. So I'm just going to be fair. I'm going to say my second favorite match was Rhea Ripley versus Becky. It was a solid, good match. It was a good opener, I thought. I thought Becky was going to win this one, but Rhea won. So yeah, but my least favorite has to be the Uso match.
But, that was so poor.
They lost the ball. I'm going to agree. I think my favorite match was The Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth. The Rock looked $1 million. I love the two whole different camera angle where one was on the Titantron beating the shit out of each other and the other one then were going through the crowd. I love the new cameras, the way it's like
the entrance is just epic.
Yeah, even when they're in the ring and they're being announced, I thought that was incredible. That's something that we see in the UFC as well. That'll be class. But sorry, Tommy.
I think the set and actual Drew McIntyre match, I'm not giving much credit to, because I actually, the aftermath of him and Drew and CM Punk was great. Like I didn't expect them to attack him like that,
Yeah.
I
forgot to mention one thing. I forgot the one match that I forgot was Gunther versus Sami Zayn. What does everyone thoughts about that match?
Yeah, we actually didn't talk about that match, which is kind of funny. I know we would have get through the matches in general, but that was a mad moment. I think the whole segment, Matt, before the match, he was there with his family and obviously Kevin Owens. Who came up to him before Kevin Owens? And obviously his daughter, his son was
Gable.
Yeah, we thought Gable was actually going to turn on him, but he was him a favor.
Yeah.
So I'd say Gable and Sammy at SummerSlam, yeah?
I'd say it's sooner. I'd say Backlash.
Yeah. I think Gunther might go after the world title at this stage against Cody for Bash of Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Does Gable beat Sammy down the road? Can that happen? Do you see Gable as an Intercontinental Champion?
I do, but I don't see Sammy losing it right away.
Yeah.
I'd be
Why is
very
he not
surprised.
he's not as pushed as he should be. He's a very good athlete, but maybe he lacks the right charisma or something. I don't know.
Sammy, is it or Gable?
Gable.
Gable, yeah.
I think I get the feeling that they're not pushing him as much as they want to. I think.
Please.
Shush, please. Like he's just there for comic relief, but like, I think it's kind of it overshadows the fact, but though he's actually a really good athlete. So
Yeah.
What happened to Otis, guys?
I think he just fell off a cliff after the Money in the Bank.
he's on NXT a lot. It's not a compliment.
not nice because he's a great guy and he's a workhorse. I just don't know what the fuck. Maybe Triple H will sort him out though. I think Triple H might try and get him back on the right track. But
they were a fun tag team.
Like there's a guy to watch in the next year, right? Bronson Reed. I'm telling you now.
Bronson Reed.
Yeah, he's one to watch in the next. By the time next year comes.
Who does he remind you of, Phil?
Earthquake.
There's another wrestler on NXT. I'm looking forward to seeing who he does. Josh Briggs.
Oh yeah, I thought you were going to say Trick Williams. Whoop that Trick.
He's good.
Whoop that Trick.
I don't know if he'll be as big as they want him to be, but
Ilya Dragunov.
Hayes is a big star.
Ilya Dragunov is also one to watch.
Yeah, he's going main card soon. Yeah. He's some fucking man. Never seen him wrestling for OTT in Dublin.
He's the most believable seller I've ever seen in wrestling.
Yeah, he's just an animal, fucking animal, and a great wrestler. We have to mention quickly. Look, I'll go back to WWE, but look, obviously our very own Lyra Valkyria, she lost her NXT Women's Championship. So, Lyra, aka Aoife, we just want to say well done first of all for an incredible run. You've been a great champion.
What is it, over 6 months?
Over 6 months, I reckon that belt will be back in your possession very soon. But if not, you'll probably be on Raw, SmackDown.
Well, hopefully there's a new belt. She might be going for the new NXT North American Women's Championship.
You think Tony D'Angelo is the new Razor Ramon?
No.
Oh, really? No. I know.
No, actually, no. I know he's cheesy, but he's a bit of fun, like.
Yeah, so I suppose, guys, WrestleMania 40, you know, there was many title changes. I want to talk about Bayley. Phil, I'm going to go to you because I know you've been a big supporter of Bayley since day one. What's your thoughts on Bayley becoming champion? She did say something that to me, it was a hint that she might not be around too much longer in the sense of wrestling. She said something about like the 4 horsewomen, and it was like
their generation is dead. Yeah, it's almost gone.
Yeah, and she was saying they want to be the light bulb for the new generation coming through. And I was going to say to myself, does that kind of signal that, you know, herself, Charlotte, and I suppose, you know, obviously we know Sasha's gone to Wall Elite, but is that a signal that she could kind of like, you know, I'm kind of done in a couple of years?
Yeah, that time frame is definitely coming to an end.
How old is Bayley?
Bayley is 35, I think. So it's prime time, but still not really. I was really, really glad that she won, and I'm glad that they were able to have as good a match as they did. Because I think under the old regime, that would have been an 8-minute match that would have meant nothing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
That went so well. I think the crowd were really into it, and I think both women deserve props because that's probably my second favorite match of the whole weekend.
I think to me one of my favorite Bayley matches, not just Bayley matches, but probably my favorite women's match was her facing Sasha Banks at NXT Takeover in Brooklyn. That'll always be the top one.
Yeah, that was a great match. That'll never be forgotten. It feels like a fucking lifetime ago, and it was in a sense. But like, how many years ago was that? 7 years ago?
Which the match was 10 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you think the main event in next year's WrestleMania is going to be?
That's what I was just going to get to. I'm going to say Gunther as what is going to be in it anyway.
I think it's going to be Cody versus The Rock.
It could be. It really could be.
Yeah. I think it's going to be Roman versus The Rock. I think they're just going to go ahead and just that rivalry again.
I think Roman will be babyface then, and The Rock will be heel.
Yeah, I think I have a prediction for Raw SmackDown is The Rock is going to come out with Roman. Roman is going to tell Bloodline to take out The Rock, but The Rock's going to hit him at the rock bottom, and The Rock will be like the new tribal chief. And we don't see Roman for another while. Then he's going to come back.
I think it could be Solo as a tribal chief, and The Rock is still the second in command, but the man, the real power behind it all. That's what it's kind of going at the moment.
Why is he? I think Roman's done anyway. I think he's done for a couple of months too.
He is. Because remember, we were completely shocked when Pat said he still had leukemia. Remember, we were all looking at each other.
Yeah, he's stuff. Yeah.
I remember that. I was like, Pat, why would you say that? That's something you shouldn't say on commentary, boy.
It's surreal.
I think Roman might not actually be back this week anyway. I think it might be the week after, a few weeks
Might
after.
take a break, yeah.
Yeah, he needs it. He's been good on screen. Yet again, look, it was an incredible Royal Rumble. Obviously, we've seen the Undertaker. The Undertaker came back. We've seen obviously John Cena. The Rock was fucking incredible. Obviously, Cody beats Roman. Paul Hogan retains. Bailey's the new champ. Drew McIntyre wins the title and then loses it to Damian Priest not long afterwards. Punk has a little segment with McIntyre prior to losing the belt. Sami Zayn is the new Intercontinental Champion.
Logan Paul is still the US champion.
Yeah, Logan Paul is still US champion. Major surprises, yes. Yet again, The Undertaker, John Cena coming out. Are we disappointed Austin wasn't there? Yes, I suppose they might have been able to fit him in somehow, but it didn't happen. Matt Murphy fell asleep on Saturday. We got
I was at rehearsals, which is just God.
We got Apache Pizza. Oh yeah, we have to give Apache Pizza and Douglas a mention as well. So Apache Pizza and Douglas, we came into your premises at about it was close to 11 p.m. And we just want to thank you for a beautiful, beautiful pizza, beautiful chips, and a beautiful fizzy.
Oh God, that sounds good. Yeah.
The pizza was absolutely delicious. So we know now in future to call and get the pizza. It's fresh. And thank you very much, Apache Pizza Douglas, for a beautiful, beautiful pizza. But anyway, it's sorry, Tommy, go on.
Well, any chance of getting Backlash in the Macau, no?
We could get every single pay-per-view in the Macau. Yeah. Tommy, you've been to the Macau a couple of times, and I know the food is amazing.
Well, I remember watching the Royal Rumble 2 years ago, and there was a guy screaming at Damian Priest, going, "Fuck you, you Roman Reigns wannabe." I think it was.
And then the bottles were going.
And and I was saying to Phil, "Who is that rude man?"
Who is that dickhead? But anyway, it's
I don't know if you mention his name because we might get sued. But
no,
he knows who he is.
He knows who he is. He watches the show. But anyway, that's it, guys. I think that's a wrap. That's a show. You know, it's we're looking forward to Raw tonight. Yet again, guys, it is Monday, the 8th of April.
Just before we go, right? There's a bit of news. Mick Foley apparently has injured himself at his match. It's been called off.
What match? I didn't even know he had a match.
He was supposed to be having one final match. But Foley has been severely concussed.
Not a good idea with Mick Foley's health.
I'm just going to read some quick news because there was one or two stories I wanted to say before we left. Jacob Fatu signs with WWE. The Young Bucks are in desperate need of attention that they have to air this video on Wednesday night.
Go on, Phil, sorry.
Jake Roberts is coming to London for Inside the Ropes.
OTT present Jake the Snake Roberts live.
You said Jacob Fatu is signed to WWE, so he's probably going to be in the Bloodline, right?
I don't know if the Bloodline finished or not. That's the only thing.
So who else should be joining the Bloodline? Nia Jax. I saw her at the Hall of Fame and saluting the tribal chief.
Yeah.
He's part of the family, so why isn't she not in the Bloodline?
I think real quick, first things first, I would love to meet Jake the Snake because he's my favorite heel in wrestling, like in history. And I think if there's gonna be a female Bloodline member, it has to be Naomi, just because she's married to, is it Jay? I think she's married to Jay.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Jimmy, I think,
yeah.
Right, Nia Jax would be great.
And then the last bit of news is Cody Rhodes teases a new belt tonight on Raw.
I don't want the new belt.
I do want a new belt. I don't want that untucked belt.
I don't like it. I don't like the current belt. There's a
Yeah.
massive WWE logo on it.
Bring back
Well, I
the
do
old
like-
Mick Eagle belt.
I do like the bigger belt
He's
though.
subtle.
Yeah, you know the world heavyweight title. Like when I first saw the design, I was like, it's grand, but it grew on me over time personally. So I was like, yeah, I'm used to it
The other
now.
one's just a big WWE logo on it, you know.
I think
Yeah.
that's all I have for now anyway.
So I feel like what they'll do is not bring back the Eagle Championship, but they are gonna like just make like a custom made like similar to the world title in some way.
Maybe they should. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Yet again, Monday, the 8th of April, it is 8:47. So we've done pretty much over 40 minutes, guys. And again, we want to thank every single one of you for tuning our way. We're, 3 dipsticks here in Cork, joined by another dipstick. We bring you a show every single week. We're proud to do so.
Three Cody Crybabies joined by
A guy with glasses.
guy with glasses and a Roman Reigns teacher.
Yes.
Sorry.
That spends half his week in hotel rooms, living the life. Well, yet again, guys.
With Limerick of all places.
from myself, Jerry Collin, from the one and only Phil Connolly, from the one and only Matt Murphy, and from the one and only Tommy J. We will catch you all next week, guys. We might have an interview going up this week, but look, there'll be a lot of content in general. A lot of snippets going up on TikTok, a lot of snippets going up on Instagram. They will be kind of, I suppose you'll see them over the next kind of 2-3 days. But we will be back. Hard Knocks have announced a new date. We will talk about that on the next show. And yet again, guys, RCW this June will be incredible. We're looking forward to that. But from all of us here at WrestleSlam, the podcast in association with the Macau Casino Cork City, we will catch you soon. Hope you all enjoyed WrestleMania. Enjoy your well-deserved sleep tonight, guys. We will catch you soon. And Apache Pizza Douglas, see you later.
Salute.